My father looked me dead in the eye 10 years ago and told me I was a waste of space who would never amount to anything. Those words didn't just hurt, they became the fuel for a fire he didn't realize he was lighting. I remember standing in our cramped kitchen, holding a community college brochure, while he laughed and said I'd be lucky to keep a job sweeping floors. That was the last day I ever asked for his approval. I moved out that night with $90 in my pocket and a laptop that barely turned on. For the first 3 years, it felt like he was right. I was struggling, eating ramen twice a day, and working three dead end jobs just to keep the lights on in a studio apartment. But while he was telling the rest of the family how I was failing, I was secretly building an empire. I taught myself to code until my eyes bled. Stayed up until 4 a.m. learning international market trends, and failed at four different business ideas before the fifth one finally took flight. I didn't call him when I made my first million. I didn't call him when I moved into a high rise or when I opened my first corporate office. I just kept my head down and worked until my name was etched into the glass of the front doors. Then, last Tuesday, my assistant told me a man was in the lobby asking for a senior management position. He didn't have an appointment, but he claimed he knew the CEO personally. When I walked out, the look on his face wasn't pride. It was pure, unfiltered desperation. His firm had collapsed, his savings were gone, and he was looking at the failure he'd mocked a decade ago to save his life. I didn't yell, and I didn't gloat. I just handed him an application and told him we'd review his resume like everyone else. Success isn't about getting even, it's about becoming so big that their insults don't even reach your ears. If you've ever been counted out, this is your sign to keep going. Drop a 100 in the comments if you're building your own future and follow for more.